Hello, I'm Silas from Skarhøj, and today I want to show you how to create your own presets from ground up inside Reactor. Let's get into it. So, I'm sitting with Reactor, and the first thing I'll do is to create an empty configuration for my controller. I can simply do that by clicking New Config, and here I have it. Then I'll add some devices. I have an ATEM switcher on my network, and typically I'll have that on auto discovery within a moment that it came, and I can add that directly into my setup. I would also, for this case, like to add some DMX. So let's go in and press add manually. I guess I'll be let's take unicast, that's fine, and I don't think I need to fill anything more than this to get started. Let's just do it like that. Let's see if we need something else. This one should only be simulated. I can click device core settings and set it to simulate. Save. All good. So then I'll go into configuration and we'll have a look. I can click my inline 22, which is a great controller to show on the screen with a lot of buttons on. So the first thing I'll do is I'll go in, I'll find my ATEM switcher, and I will find some audio. So why not take an audio adjust, maybe? Let's see what that is. And I'll fill in an audio source for input 1. So it seems like I now can go into emulation mode by holding down Command E or pressing the gear icon, and then I can dial the volume up and down. I could do the same for the next buttons. That's actually pretty simple. I can just copy this one, mark the next one, paste it, and then I can mark all of them and go into the batch editor. In the batch editor, I can then say that the audio source is something I want for all of them. So I'll just use this magic increase and press done. And now I have it for the first 4 channels. Maybe I want to do something else as well. Let's try going in here. I can close down the ATEM and find the DMX unicast model and say I want to do a transmit and channel 1. That seems fine. And let's go into emulation. I guess if I press the button, we'll see some values racing all the way up to, if I press the upper edge, I'll go into course mode and take bigger steps. So I guess we'll have it completely to 255 as the DMX usually goes. Let's see. Yes, that's the case. And if I press and hold, I'll reset back to 0. Alright, that's fine, and that is for channel 1. Let's go into out of emulation, take the button, copy, and let's paste it on the next buttons. Go in, mark them all, and use the batch editor and just magically increase the channel number to all of them. That's good, and done. So now I have different channels and I can set values inside of them all the way that I want. Alright, next thing is to create these presets. What I'll have to do is, let's just center the panel again. Like that, all good. I just lock it so it doesn't move with my scroll wheel. So when I click the blue part of the controller, I'm selecting the main layer of this configuration. And inside this layer, I can press show more and I can create a new preset kind. I could call these for super preset and press create. In the presets, I can now add what parameters I would like to have added to my preset. So I can go in and say I want to control ATEM, and I can see all of the different commands coming here. So I can find like volume, set the current volume of the input volume fader. Sounds good. And I'll do that for channel 1. So right now we are stating channel 1 here, dimension 1. This is a bit geeky, but I guess we'll do it more user friendly at a later point. I can go in, do the same and say volume. I guess I can write it as well. this, set it to 2, 3, and number 4. So now we have created all of the ATEM audio into this. Let's then go and set the buttons to do some presets. What I can do is I could press a button like this, and I can create an empty behavior. When I then edit the parameter, I can go in and press open more, and then we have presets. Inside presets, I will select which of my presets, it's my super preset, and I'll select what I would like to do, store, recall, delete. In this case, it doesn't matter what I select. Then I'll select what preset number to use, and I will just fill in that I want to use preset number 1. And I will press submit. Now it pops up and asks me if it is allowed to recommend a behavior. And I like that, because with recommended behavior, I'll get the short press, long press function, let's see, added to it. So this is my first preset. I can do the same and say copy, mark the next buttons, press paste, and I can go in and mark all of them, take the batch editor and increment them so they are different presets. So now I should be able to go into emulation. I can press and hold, and now I've stored the first presets. I could then go up here, adjust my volume a bit. Maybe this one should go like that. I have this one going down a bit. That should be there. Press and hold to store. And let's take the other one and press. And now you can see we are recalling preset between different volumes of these audio channels on the ATEM switcher. We can obviously add DMX to it as well. So let's get into that. I'll press the controller again, press show more, and click my super preset. Now I will add the parameter, and I will select ATEM DMX. I will use the transmits, and now I have 2 dimensions. But what should they be? Well, maybe we'll add the text in the future, but for now, let's just find it. If I click this button and I press the pencil, then I can see the dimensions here, and I can even go in and read more details about it if I want to. So the first dimension is the universe, and the second dimension is the channel. So since I only use one universe in the DMX, I always want the first dimension to be 1. And since I want to address different channels, I always want the second dimension to be changing numbers. So with that knowledge in head, let's go back, click the controller, press show more, find the super presets, and let's go in and add some stuff. So I'll add it for preset 1 and for channel 1. Now I'll store the first channel, but why not have a look a bit longer down here where we have the JSON editor. So if you're into JSON, this might actually be a cool thing that you can go in and do adjustments here. So I can simply take a command and change it down here. So let's see, I can take this one, copy it, and I can create, I'll add in a comma, I'll create a new line, paste it, and then I could set it to 2. It might look a bit ugly, but let's see when I try to save it. It saved successfully, and if I look up here, I've created that change now. So that was, in this case, where we are a bit of the more exotic features. It's fine, we can still manage our way. So that is added for channel 2. Let's do it for channel 3. Four. 5. And let's do it for channel 6. And this time I should not add a comma at the end. It's only for repeating commands. So then I can scroll up and I can see just as easy, they are all added now. All right, so now our presets should recall these as well. So if I go into emulation mode, I can recall the first preset, store that over. I can recall the second preset, and I could reset all of these. Let's just do that. Like that, press and hold. It's stored. Then I can see all of my channels, both on the DMX and on the ATEM switcher, are now updated on these presets. Alright, that was all for this video. Thank you for following along.